serious about building like web applications and having a certain level of uniqueness, you probably want to have your own fonts. So what I want you to figure out, there's this font place that you could go and get some fonts. It's called Google Fonts. I want you to go figure out how to get, let's say if I picked this font, how can I get it? How can I use it in my application? If I picked any font from here, like, I could come in here and look at like some serif or sans serif or handwritten fonts or something like that. So let's say I'm into handwritten fonts. Let's say if I picked, say, this guy, how can I get this font applied to my app? That's what I want you to figure out in the next 10 minutes. Any question about what I want you to figure out? Basically, I want you to figure out how do you use Google Fonts into your app? Any question? So you're about to do that for 10 minutes, and then after 10, Katie, I'm gonna be in another breakout room. But if we get to that 10-minute break, Katie, give everybody a break, and then if I'm not back, take a 10-minute break, and I'll be back, and then we'll talk about these Google Fonts. Oh, excuse me, Ken. Well, I have not watched all the videos. So, Ken just called me. I have not finished watching all the videos. But yeah, please figure out how to use Google Fonts. Ken, if you already know how to use Google Fonts, play with it. And since, if you already know how to use Google Fonts, what I would want you to do is, can you figure out how to use third-party icons, which are also coming from, if you look at Google Fonts, you can also see that they have icons. So can you figure out how to use those? If you already know how to do that, sheesh, overachievers. So if you already know how to do that, then can you figure out how to use Bootstrap? If you know how to do that, just take a freaking break. Hang out, take a break, and wait for me. Okay. All right. Do that, figure out how to use your Google Fonts. If you already figured that out before the break and I'm not back, figure out how to use those icons. All right, I BRB. Is there any questions so far about what I want you to do in the next 10 minutes? All right, Wally, can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, if you can hear me, stand by. I'm gonna hang out with some folks in the Mer group, and then I'm gonna come back and I'll pull you out and then we'll just have a chat.
Got it. Got
All right,
it.
cool.
Roger that.
Mhm.